一起来看下一幅照片。这位可爱的姑娘叫马有学，这是她的中文名字。我想她可能更习惯于她的英文名字 Lenny， 因为她出生在中国，却成长在美国。让我们掌声欢迎下一位寻亲者。
Hello, I'm Lainey Allison. 我的中文名字是马有学。I was adopted from China in Ma Anshan. I was adopted as a baby and raised by an American mother. I've come here today in order to search for my birth family.
欢迎马有学。你只会说简单的中文是吗？
对。
你是什么时候知道自己是被领养的？
I don't think there was ever a time I did not know. My mother was very open about the fact that I was from China.
有没有觉得突然明白了自己的命运和一般人不太一样？
It was very cool to be different from everyone else. As I have grown up, I've learned more about my adoption and has opened my eyes to everything that is a part of how I came to be in America. So I understand more the process, and I'm more grateful for my mother.
那你是从什么时候开始决定要找自己在中国的亲生父母？
I was probably 15. In high school, when I started to become an adult, and China became very important in my life, and knowing this part of my identity. So I felt that I needed to find my birth family, to know who they are, and so they can see who I am and see my mother and know that I'm happy, I'm healthy, and that everything is okay.
有没有想象过他们是什么样子？
Yes. Often I will look in a mirror and try to look in my face and see, oh, do I have my mother's eyes? Do I have my father's mouth or nose? And just try to imagine what they look like. I try to do it with my friends because I see how they look like their parents. So it's like, oh, if they have this, if their hair looks like this, then maybe my hair looks like my father's. If their hair looks like their father's.
那你有没有跟你的妈妈说过你想要到中国来找亲生父母？
Yes. I had to tell her that it was not about our relationship because our relationship is very strong. So searching for my birth family would not change our relationship. Searching for my family is more about I want to know who they are, and I want them to know who I am, to see how I've grown up, and to meet my mom, just to know who they are.
你后来来过中国吗？
I came to China for the first time in 2006 when I was 12.
当飞机渐渐的要降落在中国这片土地上的时候，你当时的感受会有些不同吗？
I began to cry because I realized this is the first time I'm back home. In 12 years, I've never been back to China. It felt very strange because it was such a new experience, yet China is such a part of who I am. It is my heritage and my ancestors. So it felt really good, but different at the same time.
其实马有学在美国的生活应该说是非常舒适，而且是在一个非常健康的、非常完整的、充满爱的一个家庭里长大的。我们一起来看段短片，了解一下他在美国的生活。
在妈妈的关爱下，马有学度过了幸福快乐的18年，从小女孩成长为一个亭亭玉立的少女。至今，妈妈还珍藏着1994年马有学从合肥马鞍山福利院来到美国的证件。
We arrived at the hotel in Hefei very late at night. And then we all met in the bar, and we all had a toast with champagne to our babies that were coming. So it was such an exciting time, and probably no sleep that night. And the next morning, after we had breakfast, we saw the nannies, and each one was holding a baby. And so you're all looking at all these babies and the nannies and saying, which one is my baby? And this one is Lainey in the very front, and this nanny. When I took this picture, I didn't know that was Lainey. So they called the baby's Chinese name. My daughter's name is Ma Yuxue. And then you go take your baby. And that's it. There's many tears. I can almost have tears now. Remembering that. It was very special. My daughter and I flew to Los Angeles because all of my family is in Southern California. That is where I grew up. And so my family met us at the Los Angeles airport, which again was a very exciting time. My mother was knocking people over. My baby, my baby. It was wonderful. And so we had a big family get together with aunts and uncles, and cousins all came to see the new family member, Lainey. When she was very young, she was always singing, always singing, always singing. Sometimes you want to say, Lainey, please stop singing for a few minutes. But it really brings joy to the home to have your little child walking around the house singing. And when she was younger in middle school, she was a star performer in the school musical play and sang, and I was amazed. And all my friends, after we went to see this play, all my friends later said, oh my gosh, I did not know Lainey could sing like that. So of course I was a very proud mother, and Lainey was very proud also. And every year since Lainey was 3 years old, we go skiing in the mountains in Utah and Colorado. Lainey loves to ski. And so that's also been a very fun thing for us to do together.
这是珍妮和马有学在美国达拉斯的家，家里的每个角落几乎都有女儿的影子。在珍妮无微不至的关爱下，女儿就像一个生活在童话里的公主。
I think I'd consider that.
马有学现在就读于美国华盛顿的乔治华盛顿大学，他经常通过互联网和在达拉斯家中的妈妈互相问候。
Okay, good. How's your day going?
It's going really good.
It's so nice today. The weather's amazing.
Oh, fantastic.
女儿要去寻找亲生母亲，珍妮有着自己的看法。
I always want to support my daughter, and this is very important to her. I understand why it's important to her. So I'm happy to give her whatever support I can to find her biological family.
这是一位很好的妈妈，你觉得你在她的教育、培养、抚养下，你学到的最重要的是什么？
I've learned to be loving, to care for others. I've learned to be very strong and independent. How to work hard for what I want in life, and to know that if you work hard enough and you have enough love in your heart, then maybe it will come.
说得很好，那我想我们接下来就用掌声请出马有学的美国的养母 Jenny。 你好，Jenny，你好，欢迎你，欢迎来到我们的演播室，请坐。这是你第二次来中国吗？还是你之前也经常会来中国？
My first time in China was 1994 when I came to get my baby.
对。
And we have been back together 3 times now. One time to see the beautiful country, and 2 times to do a lot of work searching for Lainey's family.
1995年那年，我想对于你们俩来说都有着特殊的意义，因为你有了一个女儿，叫马有学。
Yes, that's right. You know, the procedures for adopting a baby in another country is very complicated. And it's necessary to do a lot of paperwork for the American government and for the Chinese government. And after you complete this process, you have to wait a long time. And you wait for a phone call. And finally, one day someone calls you and says, "We have a baby for you." At the end of this complicated process, then a lot of waiting. The treasure is the baby.
你当时有没有想过，等他有一天长大了，你怎么向他来解释他是从中国来到了你的身边？
I did think a lot about that because I wanted to tell her about how she was left in a way that was not that did not sound too sad for her, because I did not want her to feel that her birth family did not love her. So I always tried to explain it to her in very gentle terms, and especially to make sure she knows that I love her very much, and all of my family loves her very much. So you never know how the child will react with this kind of information, but I think you just surround them with love and try to explain it in a gentle way. They will come to accept it.
当他有一天告诉你他要去寻找他的亲生父母的时候，你觉得意外吗？
I was a little surprised because when she was a young child, she seemed very happy. She seemed very American, like the other children in our neighborhood. And she never really expressed a lot of interest in wanting to learn more about being Chinese, more about her birth family. So when this came out, when she was a teenager in high school, I was a little surprised by that. I could tell how serious it was for Lainey. Very heartfelt. She was very sad about it, and so I was a little bit worried and wanted to do everything I could to help her.
你帮助他都做了些什么样的努力呢？
First thing I did was get on the internet, and I started searching everything I could think of about searching for families in China. And it's amazing how much you can learn on the internet. And I came across a discussion group online, and it was a group of families who are searching who have adopted Chinese babies, daughters mostly, and who mostly live in the United States, some in Europe, and they all come to this discussion group to talk about searching.
那你有没有想过，如果真的有一天你们也找到了Lainey 的父母的话，你会怎么样跟他们说关于Lainey的一切？
She's a serious girl. Even when she was young, she was serious, but she was also very happy. Her kindergarten teacher, when she was 5 years old, told me, she said, "Every day, Lainey brings the sunshine into my classroom. She's very studious, she's talented, and she's a very good friend to her friends. Her friends trust her because she has very high principles. And I think I'm so proud that she's become the young woman that she has become. It makes me feel very proud that she's my daughter."
我想作为 Jenny 来讲，可能已经完全和女儿 是一家人的感觉了。所以，如果有一天我们假设他到中国找到了自己的亲生父母，然后他会经常要到中国，你会觉得有一点点的不适应或者不舍得吗？
I have to tell you, I would also feel so happy for this family because I know some families we have met, there are heart breaks. You can see it. They're very, very sad, full of grief because of this decision they made so long ago. And I know that the families would feel so happy as Lainey, to find their daughter and know that she has been well taken care of and that she is happy and healthy and having a good life. I think for them it would bring some peace. So I would be happy to create that experience for them as well as for Lainey.
你最想对他的亲生父母说的是什么？
I think I would speak to them. I'm more interested in speaking to the mother, because from a mother's heart to a mother's heart, you know? And I would want her to know that I do not feel badly towards her.
很高兴今天 Jenny 能够来到我们的节目现场。刚才Jenny 已经说了她最想对你的母亲说的话，那我们现在也请 Lainey 对着镜头，如果他们现在能够听到你说的，你最想对他们说的是什么？
And I want to find them so bad that I will never stop looking. I love them very much, and I want them to know that I'm happy. I'm doing very well, but my life would be complete if I had found them. So I hope they're watching. I hope they hear my words.
其实当我一直在不停地观察他们俩的时候，我就觉得远隔千山万水，不同的肤色、不同的种族，没有任何血缘关系的两个人，却成了母女。而真正的所谓的骨肉亲情，却不知道丢失在哪儿了，要苦苦的寻找，也不知道能不能找到。真的，世界很奇妙。中国人经常会把一些没有办法解释的关系说成是缘分，但是缘分如果真的用最朴素的哲理来解释的话，也是一种因果。种了什么因，会受什么果。像 Jenny 付出了她的真心、爱心、宽容心，所以也收获了一个女儿，还有一段优质的母女关系。所以在这里，我想我们用掌声祝福他们俩。我们也请 Jenny 来在舞台的这一侧写下你心中的愿望，并且和妈妈一起把它挂在我们的祈愿树上。希望你的心愿能够实现。